Okay, so if you really want to make an impact in your career in 2025, there's one skill that honestly matters more than just about anything else: building your personal brand. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly how you can create a powerful presence that feels, completely and authentically you.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, we are all drowning in this endless sea of content, posts, videos, articles, every single day. So whether you're a freelancer, an entrepreneur, or a leader inside a company, how do you actually cut through all that noise and make your voice stick? Well, the answer is actually simpler and way more profound than you might think. According to branding strategist Daniel Reed, the goal isn't just to be seen, it's to be trusted. Think about it. In today's economy, people don't just buy a product, they buy into the person behind it. Trust has become the ultimate currency.
All right, section 1. Why does this all matter so much right now? Let's dig into why trust is at the very center of this fundamental shift in how we all work and connect.
First things first, let's just bust a huge myth right out of the gate. When we hear personal branding, our minds immediately jump to social media influencers, right? But this isn't just for them. Not at all. It's for absolutely anyone who wants to intentionally shape how they're seen and remembered in their professional life.
And this points to such a powerful shift in mindset. The old way of branding was all about this polished, perfect, untouchable image. But that has completely changed. Today, it's all about being real and building genuine connections. That authenticity is what actually builds credibility and makes people want to listen to what you have to say.
So that brings us to section 2, the 4C formula. Okay, so if authenticity is the goal, how in the world do you actually build it? Well, Daniel Reed offers a really simple but powerful framework he calls the 4C formula.
And it works just like this. It all starts with clarity. You have to know exactly what you stand for. From there, you create content, consistently sharing valuable ideas. That content then helps you build a community because you're not just broadcasting, you're actually engaging with people. And all of that, together, establishes your credibility, proving you're the real deal in your field. Which leads us to section 3, where to build. Once you have your 4 C's locked in, the next question is pretty obvious, right? Where do you actually put this into practice? Choosing the right platform is absolutely key. You can kind of think of it this way. LinkedIn, that's the place for professional authority, for networking. For showing off your personality and making a more personal connection, short-form video on Instagram Reels and TikTok is just unbeatable. And then, when you need to go deep and truly establish your expertise, nothing beats YouTube.
And you probably noticed the common thread here, right? Looking ahead to 2025, video storytelling is completely essential. The days of hiding behind text are pretty much over. People want to see your face and hear your voice. It is simply the fastest way to build that trust we keep talking about. Okay, section 4, a real-world success story. This all sounds great in theory, but what actually happens when you apply this 4C framework in the real world? Let's look at some proof. Get this, 3 times. One consultant who used this exact framework tripled her inbound leads. Tripled in just 2 months. So how'd she pull that off?
It was simple, really. She just went back to the basics. First, she got laser-focused on her core message. That's the clarity. No more generic tips. Then, she started using LinkedIn videos to showcase her unique personality. That's the content and community. And by doing that consistently, her credibility just skyrocketed. The results? Well, they speak for themselves.
All right, section 5, your first step. So what can you do right now to start building your own brand? Let's make this super simple. If you take away only one thing from this explainer, please let it be this. Avoid the single biggest mistake in personal branding, which is trying to copy someone else's style. It just never, ever works. The most powerful, most magnetic brand you can possibly build is the one that is 100% you. And that means you shouldn't be afraid to show your quirks or your personality. People connect with real human beings, not perfect robots. In fact, your so-called imperfections are often the very thing that makes you the most relatable and trustworthy.
So here's a simple 90-day plan to get started.
Don't try to be everywhere at once. Just pick one platform, the one that feels right for you. Commit to posting just once a week and then stick with it for 90 days. That consistency is totally achievable, and trust me, it's all you need to start building real momentum.
And to get you started, we'll end right back where we began, with clarity. Before you create a single thing, just ask yourself this simple question. What is the one thing I want to be known for? Your answer to that, well, that's the heart of your personal brand.